Hello and welcome to A Journey to Awareness. Are you ready to take a voyage to the uncharted places within you, where you will be guided to ways to heal your wounds, look at your life choices, release your fears, and take control of your future? Stick with me through these podcasts and you will take the most exciting adventure of your life, the journey to you. Let's go. Hello and welcome. I'm Shauna Hoffman. As many of you know, cruising, sailing, or being anywhere near or on the water is my happy place. My home away from home. I swear I was a mermaid in a past life. Or who knows, maybe I was the captain of a tall ship or a brilliant female pirate like Anne Bonny. Whatever got me addicted to the water, I am so grateful. This got me thinking about what draws us to places to just get away. And what kind of getaway do people crave? I ask you, kick it up or take a break? What's your me time? So first, let's break down me time, because I know so many of my listeners struggle to honor themselves and take the breaks that they need to recoup, replenish, revive themselves, or just breathe. And for some of them, it's not the quiet time they need. It's playtime. Remember what it means to play? That's having fun, being creative, letting loose, kicking up your heels, laughing, socializing, dancing. Believe me, playtime is just as reviving to your soul as sleeping on a beach or gazing into the waves on the ocean or reading a book in bed. In my two businesses, therapy and my travel biz, I love to explore what my clients need to be at peace and happy. I have women who spend their days taking so much care of others that they have not even realized how exhausted or empty they are. And yet those same women have not had any time for fun in their lives other than playing with their kids. I have couples whose fun revolves around their kids and have not been on a vacation of their own in years. They have lost touch of all the fun they used to have before their kids were born. I have business women who take their work with them on every vacation they have. They swear they couldn't get away without their laptop or tablet. God knows what would happen if they missed an email or a call. How is that downtime? Downtime. Time when you have no responsibility to anyone or anything except yourself. Let me repeat that. Downtime is when you have no responsibility to anyone or anything except yourself. I love that when I looked up this phrase, the Oxford Dictionary says it's a time during which a machine, especially a computer, is out of action or unavailable for use. So what does this mean for you? When are you out of action or unavailable for use by others? And how much guilt would you have if you decided that you deserve that me time? My goal for all of you is that you answer none. I would have no guilt. During what my hubby calls the Cove times, during the height of COVID lockdown, people experienced what they thought was downtime. Some were forced into less activity, yet so many others had responsibilities doubled, taking care of family, home, animals, and doing this while working from home. Not to mention the stress and the fear that surrounded all of us around staying safe and healthy. What for some was a break, for others was their own tiny hell. Downtime during the Cove times was not downtime. So I ask you, when was the last time you made a point to have me time? Time for just me. When was the last time you chose you over everyone else? I can almost hear the rumblings through the airwaves. I can't take time for me. No one can cover for me. Or I can take the time, but I won't because people will think I'm selfish. Really? What people? If they love you, they would want you to recoup. Besides, you know my saying, just tell them what you think of me is none of my business. Usually when my clients tell me this, I remind them that no one else can make you feel anything. You're the one who's not standing up for yourself, and you are the one choosing to feel guilty. You are the one choosing to not put yourself first. Me time, making a moment about just me. Okay, now back to my first question. Kick it up or take a break? What's your me time? And do you even know? When I help my clients, both in travel and in therapy, plan their me time, I help them look for balance. I love that word. If they're going, physically active, then I help them see if they need time for their body and mind to relax. And what would that look like for them? A beach? A cabin in the woods? A balcony on a cruise looking out over the ocean? Or if they're in a world that keeps them sedentary behind a desk, or these days on Zoom calls all day, do they need action to move, to have fun, high energy to recoup the life in their life? Do they need to dance or run or go skiing or sailing? I've told this story before, but when I was in the last month of getting my master's degree, I truly was on empty. A year and a half of school with no breaks, homework late into the night, writing my thesis paper, studying for finals had taken a toll on me. It's funny, here I was studying to be a psychotherapist and I had lost myself. Then one day I decided to practice what I was learning. Check in, self-awareness, being aware of self. It hit me. I needed to be outside. I had been indoors glued to computers for almost 2 years, and I didn't feel human anymore. So I asked my friend to take me for a hike in the California mountains. I knew I had so much studying to do, but I also knew that if I didn't, I would not have the bandwidth to do everything I needed to graduate. So we packed up our water bottles and sandwiches and headed to the mountains. I can't even tell you what that day was like for me. The memory of it is like a dream. I think I floated down every path, touched every leaf of every tree, listened for bird singing, and stared at the blue, blue sky. When we got to a trickling river, I just sat there in silence. The power of Mother Earth to heal, the sound of water calming my soul. I reflect on that so often in my life when I feel out of balance. I ask myself, what do I need right now to feel balanced? But more important than that, what do I need right now to feel happy? There's a concept. Doing things that make us happy. Make us happy, not others. What makes you happy? So let's do a little check-in. Every listener will answer these questions differently. When was the last time you spent time in nature? When was the last time you put down your phone or computer and got off all electronics? When was the last time you talked for an hour face-to-face with a good friend or your sister or your mom or your partner? That question is so important. Human contact is what so many of us lost during the COVID times. Do you crave to be around people right now? To laugh with someone, share your spirit with someone willing to share theirs with you? Now the opposite. When was the last time you were by yourself, sitting in silence with your own thoughts? If you have been alone, when was the last time you actually listened to yourself? Checked in with yourself instead of filling your alone time with stuff, social media, Wordle, Candy Crush. Now do a body check. When was the last time you took a nice long walk or got on a bike or did yoga or danced or hiked and touched every leaf as you walked by? Is your body craving action? Now your mind. When was the last time you actually gave your racing mind a break, meditated, put down your to-do list, or just stopped adding to it? Breathed. Silence. Or on another note, for those who have not had time to stimulate their minds, when was the last time you learned something new or began to write that book you've been dreaming of writing? When was the last time you touched your creativity? All of this is the answer to balance. All of this is the question I ask my clients when we're trying to find their next me time vacation. Are they going to Italy and learning Italian along the way? Are they going on a sail to the Caribbean and lying in the sun with a book in hand? Are they going on a writer's retreat and kicking up their dreams? Are they off to a cruise that has it all? Food, balconies to watch the water, dancing all night, ports of calls to meet new people. Okay, truly, this is why I love cruising. It has it all for whatever mood I'm in. I recently counted up how many days I've been at sea. And I realized I've now spent 3 years of my life on board cruise ships. It's my home away from home. Put this mermaid on the water and I'm happy. I'm at peace. So where do you feel at home when you're not at home? What place in the world makes you feel like you just belong? Here's a quote I love from Oprah. Alone time is when I distance myself from the voices of the world so I can hear my own. Everyone's me time is going to be different, and each of your me time needs will change moment by moment, day by day, year by year. The answer to all of the knowingness around your needs is back to the point of this podcast. Self-awareness, checking in with self, taking yourself off remote control, listening to your heart, your mind, your soul, even your own breath. I'm excited to share that I'll be doing a retreat with another amazing woman, Molly Lida, on the Navigator of the Seas for 3 nights of me time. When we came up with our dream around what this weekend would look like, it all came back to the idea that sometimes we just need to say, it's my turn. So that's what this weekend cruise will be about. We will be helping each of the mermaids sailing with us to choose to look within, to choose me. As Molly says, nurturing ourselves with a getaway like this brings so much possibility into our life. When we take this time to reflect, relax, and explore on the inside, we gain clarity around our true desires, and we invite more abundance on the outside. I love that. We all know that when we recoup, bring balance back into our lives, honor our own self, then we make space for our own dreams to come true. If you want to join us, it's October 7th to 10th, 2022, out of Los Angeles. You can read about it on my website, blueoceanretreats.com. I hope you join us. And if you're listening to this after October 2022, then check out Blue Ocean Retreats to see when we have our next fabulous me time retreat. I do hope this episode has brought you the desire to ask yourself, what is it that I need right now to make me happy? Do I want to kick it up or take a break? What's your me time? I hope that between now and the next time we meet on the airwaves or maybe on the high seas, you honor yourself, you nurture yourself, you listen to yourself, and you say to yourself, I choose me. Thank you for letting me into your lives this week, and I look forward to popping back in again next time. Thank you for joining me today on the Journey to Awareness podcast. My hope is that you leave this podcast inspired, fired up, and ready to take that next step on the magical journey of self-awareness, and then you come back and join us again. Oh, and if you can do me a quick favor and please leave me a 5-star review over on iTunes. I gain so much from reading the reviews and getting feedback from my listeners. Thanks again for spending your time with me today. Be sure to visit me on my Facebook page, Working on Me, and on my website, workingonme.com, for past episodes and insight into the fabulous journey to you.